Hello everyone. Welcome to the We40Kids.com site. My name is Mark, and I'm going to take this opportunity here just to talk a little bit about what we're doing out on this site. Hopefully get you excited as we connect you to a lot of resources out there on the web. So let's start with this. The resource I'm using right now is something called SmoothDraw. So welcome to We4DKids.com. Now, the resource we're using here is SmoothDraw, and we're capturing on a product out of TechSmith called Camtasia or Cam Studio. But that's all neither here nor there. What I'm here to talk about today is what I mean by fleshing out the Common Core, or fleshing out the core. Fleshing out the core. First, as a way of introducing myself, I'm a 50-year-old guy, but I'm a dodo, a daddy of daughters only. I'm an engineer by profession. I've taught for a few years. I've spent some wonderful time in East Africa working with some wonderful people. I've worked for, amongst other things, the Corps of Engineers and Johns Hopkins University. And I understand and have been involved in systems for a long time, and I can recognize, because of this experience, the fact that the system now cannot keep up. And I'm going to base that premise on the fact that the idea of holding people to a core set of standards is fine as long as you give incredibly creative people a way to flesh out or expand out on the core. So one thing I'm not as a good artist, but I'll try to draw apple core here. So let's see, the apple kind of does that. And if you think about it, the apple would come around out here and would come around out here, but instead what you have is the core, right? Now the idea, I guess, of the Common Core is that you're going to flesh out around it, but I don't know that that's what's going to happen. So we're going to talk about fleshing it out. We're also going to talk about the order here of the Common Core. And just as a way of introduction, let me tell you 5 things that I saw, having read the Common Core for mathematics, that looked way out of whack in terms of timing, not necessarily presentation. The first one was dealing with the circle. And there's a lot in the circle, but full and complete dealing with the circle. The second one is no relation whatsoever, as far as I could tell, to basic computer science. Woeful timing in terms of dealing with what relates a lot of these things together, and that is, let's call it vector thinking. Linear algebra, vector thinking. Related to these things above is the fact of no dealing with the concept of 3 dimensions in terms of really extensive work with them. We show some pictures and even how they deal with 3 dimensions. And the last one is, let's see, the circle, computer science, vector thinking, 3 dimensions. And let's just talk about, I'm going to pause this for 1 second. Oh, yeah, time. Specifically, parametric equations. And so, hence, let's change the color here for effect. Y for, see if I can change the color here. 4D kids. Why 4D kids? Because in effect, 3D no longer excites and engages. And the fact that if we can get our kids doing 4D math and animation is basically, if you think about it, animation in 4th grade, and fleshing out around that, a lot will happen. So that's my first stab at an introductory video. We'll fill this out and flesh it out and see how it goes from there. Thanks for listening and welcome to We40Kids.com.